Lee, first game back, what can we say? It was looking like a great point on the road, and then the penalty. Your thoughts?
Massively disappointed, Mike. I felt my players were magnificent today in terms of we haven't seen a bit of grass. Well, we still haven't seen a bit of grass or a competitive fixture for 4 weeks. We've had some sort of what you can call a mini pre-season. We're just embarking on a new season now of 19 games, and we've come away from home. We've competed against a team which is banging form. We've just won, previously to us coming, just won 4 of the last 5, now 5 of the last 6. We've competed for long periods, had really big moments in the game to have gone on and win it. And we've been undone by a decision which I can only describe, Mike, as being criminal. Absolutely criminal, and we feel robbed of a point. Listen, I'm very angry at this moment in time. I'm very angry because my players don't deserve what they've just got. But in terms of us and how the game panned out, arguably on another day it could have been a 5-4, could have been a 6-5, it could have been a 4-3. Both front lines were a little bit guilty. For my front line, I put that down to a little bit of rustiness. Obviously, training and doing shooting drills and training unopposed is a lot different to chances created in a competitive game. But all in all, for us, come up here, first game in 4 weeks. Listen, I think we've got out of it what we needed to get out of it. It's 95 minutes in the tank. It's another away game ticked off. We've now got 10 home games. We've got 8 away games. Hopefully 7 after Tuesday night. But there was good signs there where we didn't blow up. We didn't look leggy. Looked a little bit disjointed at times, but that's just trying to get all the information, which even though it's our way of playing and it's the way we are in possession, out possession, for whatever reason, it still goes out of players' minds and it needs to be reinforced, etc. But all in all, again, massive crowd here. One of our objectives was to come up here and keep them quiet, which we did, especially first half. Second half, obviously they rallied, but that first 20 minutes of that second half, they were there for the taking. We had them on the ropes. We had 2 or 3 moments there where we didn't finish, and that was the moment. The game had 1-0 written all over it. So a little bit weren't clinical enough at the top end. Defended well enough, bright enough in midfield, worked hard enough. But all in all, for me, a draw was probably a fair result.
Lee, you've touched on the period before, obviously the 3-4 weeks we haven't played. What's it actually been like? We've seen the comments on socials when everyone's saying when the games go off and things, but for you, the management,
difficult, Mike.
Players.
Difficult. I'm not going to lie. To have to motivate your players to keep training every Tuesday, Saturday, it ain't easy. But credit must go to them. I said in the local press on Thursday, they have been absolutely outstanding. To be able to endure that there with nothing to look forward to on a Saturday, their attitude, their application, and the way they've gone about their business and the way they've trained has been a credit to them as footballers. And I've never doubted for 1 minute that it would be like that. But the longer the weeks just keep going on and we've got to train again, or we got to run, or we got to do this, we got to do that. They understand it is their second job, and they're being paid to train, and they've still got to do it. But sometimes players don't always respond to that as well as a coaching staff or a management team would like. But no, listen, I'm never in doubt with them lot there. Their attitude and application to that has been outstanding, and it will continue to be so. That's the group of footballers we've got, and long may that continue.
And finally, Lee, obviously the weather isn't looking great for next week as well, and more games could go potentially. How do you assess this final very busy running?
Day by day. Embrace it, Mike. As I've just said to you there, we've just endured a 4-week pre-season. Our season started today. There's a number of points available. We've got in-house targets of what we need after 10 games and what we'll need potentially after the 9 games after that 10 games, which we won't share here and now. But it's just a case of getting back on the bike, putting the baton in our hand and keep going. Hopefully Tuesday does go ahead. If it don't, we then look forward to Saturday. But again, the elements are beyond our control, and it's something we can't control. there's no point even talking like a lot of people are talking with the league extended. It's never going to happen. Okay, we're the only team really who's lagging, so that ain't going to happen. So people need to get that out of their heads. We've just got to tackle it head on, accept that as a challenge, and just embrace it. We can't moan about it. We got to deal with it. It is what it is, and for us, it's just a case of that's one game down out of 19. You got 18 games to go. You've just lost your opening game of your season. Now we've got to back it up with a win on Tuesday night.
Thanks, Lee.
Cheers.